Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Love Vibration. My name is Dwayne and this is my channel. Here on Love Vibrations, I talk about ways to raise your vibration, and I go by doing that and telling you stories of some of my experiences. I also come up with situations in which you might find yourself in or you might relate to. And hopefully by my stories and my past experiences, you will be able to make decisions when you're faced with decisions, and hopefully that they're good decisions that you make. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. I went to the movies this weekend. I went and saw Angels Has Fallen. And one thing, I haven't been to a movie theater in a while, guys, and I went to one here in Richmond. And you know how you go in the theater, and first thing you do, you go to the popcorn stand, you get your grubs and all that, then you go have a seat. So I went and I got me big popcorn. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big popcorn fan. I went and got me some popcorn, and I went and sat down. Now, back in the day, I can say that when you go to a movie theater, you sit there, in front of the screen, and you may have 2 or 3, maybe 4 previews of the new movies that's coming out. And as I was sitting there waiting on the movie to start, I noticed that they show a lot of damn commercials. I've never, man, by the time they finish with these damn commercials and the ads and all this stuff, my popcorn was gone. And I couldn't understand it. I was like, well, am I eating it too fast? Am I eating it too fast? Or, I don't know what the case was, guys, but I know by the time that damn movie started, my popcorn was gone. And I was like, well, damn. Anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. I know time changes. I'm just saying, damn, it took like 40 minutes for the movie to actually start. And like I said, by the time the movie started, my popcorn was gone. Right? So that was my weekend. Labor Day is tomorrow. So a lot of people are off from work. I know y'all glad of that. I know that's right. Today, ladies and gentlemen, here on Love Vibration. Before I even get to that, I want to say, for those of you that may have a question for me, or you might find yourself in a situation or something, and you need some advice, or you want to ask me a question about something, note it below. You know what I'm saying? And what I do is, I would talk about that topic on Love Vibrations, and maybe by me talking about it, you would get some insight on which direction to go. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give out advice. I just share my experience with you guys, and hopefully from my experience, you can make a decision on what it is that you want to take. Okay. Question for today is, everybody, I'm going to see how many people knows this. What is the opposite of love? Raise your hand. If you know the opposite of love, raise your hand. I know a lot of y'all might have said the opposite of love is hate. And a lot of people says that, but that's not the opposite of love. Stay tuned, and I'll break that down for you. times have really changed since the 70s, I could say. One thing I could point out to say what has changed was the way people do things. Me, when I was growing up, one of the things I used to do, me and a friend of mine, you know how your mom have a friend and they have kids, and you and your mom's friend kids go out and have fun, go outside and play, and that kind of thing. I as one friend of mine. Oh, I consider her more than a friend because she's my mom's friend daughter. So what we used to do, and like I said, we were young. We used to, and they don't have this no more. Believe it or not. Remember when you could take a pop bottle to the store and trade it in and get like a dime, and if you had a big bottle, you get like a quarter. Y'all remember that? Well, I used to, me and this girl, my ex coon boom, as we used to say, we used to walk the alleys in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We were young. We used to walk the alleys, and what we would do is we would, as we walk in the alleys, we would look on people's porches and see if they have pop bottles. And we would take these pop bottles to the store and cash them in. You know what I'm saying? That was our way of getting our little snack money. You know what I'm saying? After school, this was what we would do. Sometimes we'd do it solo. If I can't find her, sometimes we even meet up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we used to do. And we would do this so much, what we would do is, while we were walking, we're scoping out people's porches, and we would go knock on the people's door and ask them if we could have their pop bottles. Sometimes they would give them to us. Sometimes we have to clean a yard or something, and they would give them to us. We would have like shopping carts full of these damn bottles, but we already knew that it's payday. You know what I'm saying? We knew that we going to the store, we going to get us some French fries, we going to get us some candy, whatever it is that we wanted, we could get because we knew the value of the pop bottles, and we had a lot. Sometimes, some days it wouldn't be as much, but a lot of days there would be more because people store pop bottles on the back of their porch, and sometimes we would steal them. Sometimes we would steal them, And one time I was doing a solo, and I came across some thugs. They're my age though. I'm saying they're my age, but these kids were bad. And not only were they bad, they were much bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, and as a result, they pretty much tetrified me because they would jump on me, rob me, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where I would dodge these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because by me being the only boy, no father at home, no one taught me about fighting. I knew nothing of fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, fighting was something that never even crossed my mind. I wasn't in the business of trying to hurt nobody, and I damn sure wasn't in the business of nobody trying to hurt me. You understand what I'm saying? So, as a result of these guys kept picking on me, what I did was, one day, while I was on my journey through the alleys looking for bottles, I would find other things. I remember I found a pocket knife that I had found during one of my escapades through the alleys. And one day, I made up my mind that I wasn't going to um, take this abuse from these guys anymore. You know what I'm saying? So one day I was on my journey to the alley, and one of the guys out of the three was only one of them. And this, like I said, this guy was much bigger than I was, and so he approached me. And when he did, I already knew where he was going. I didn't even give him a chance to do anything. I just pulled that knife out and I stabbed him. And I stabbed him right above his navel. You know what I'm saying? And I put him in the hospital bed. And when I stabbed him, I ran home. I didn't tell nobody anything. I ran home. And as I was in the house, one of the sisters of the girl that I usually go out with, I heard her saying, in reference to what I had just did, she was like, well, they shouldn't have been fucking with him. That's what they get. You know what I'm saying? So she was with me. And everybody in the neighborhood, I guess news got around quick, you know. And while I was in the house contemplating, scared about what I had just done, there was a knock on the door. And of course, it was the police. And they had told my mom what I did. So, of course, she called me front and center. You know. And I explained to her what had happened and what I did, what I had did. You know, well, she couldn't have been mad at me, you know what I'm saying? Because that was my way of defending myself, you know. And, of course, I had to go down to the police station and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And during the time while the guy was in the hospital, my sister's boyfriend, once he had learned the situation, what had happened, he's took it upon himself to teach me how to fight or how to defend myself, you know, just in case I had to do that, you know. So, of course, a week later, the guy got out of the hospital. Okay? And, of course, he came looking for me. And when he knew I lived. And when he came looking for me, and bad thing about it, other people knew he was at the hospital before I did. I was the last one to know that the dude was at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So he came looking for me. And when I heard he came looking for me, I panicked. You know what I'm saying? I panicked bad. And my mom was like, She went in the room. She got her belt. And she put it around her on her shoulder. She said, look, you going to go out there and you going to fight this dude. If you don't go out there and fight this dude, I'm going to whoop your ass. Plain and simple. So I said, well, shit. I'd rather get this ass whooping from dude than get it from mom. Because at least I can hit this dude back. I can hit mom back. So, of course, I went out there. And when I went out there, guys, the whole neighborhood was out there waiting on me to come outside and fight this dude. Now, like I said, this dude was a tough dude. This dude grew up around gang members. His brother was a gang member, so he knew all about fighting. This is something new to me. It's sad to say that my first fight was, I had to fight a real tough guy, you know what I'm saying? But I had to do it. And we stood out there, we fought, the whole neighborhood, my mom out there with her belt, my sister, my two brothers, my sister's boyfriend, my friend my friend that I go through the alley with, her sisters, they all out there, the whole fucking block was out there, and I'm out here fighting this dude. It was a good fight. Supposed to be my first fight. I'm happy to say that I didn't lose. You know, he didn't lose either. It was a well balanced tit for tat fight. You know what I'm saying? And I learned something that day. I really did. And I guess that was my first Um, besides fight, it was my first lesson on fear. Even though during that time I didn't really know what fear was, I knew that I was just scared of this guy. And it's funny to say that after I had fought this dude, this kid, um, from that point on, when I ran into him, that anxiety and fear, it wasn't there anymore. You know what I'm saying? And when he saw me, he didn't approach me anymore. You know, I guess now to this day, or as I got older, in life, I often think about things that happened in my past, and I realized that this dude, the reason why this dude didn't step to me anymore, because he knew I wasn't afraid of him anymore. So in that lesson, I'm going to say, face your fears. You know, wherever it is that you're fear of, face it. Face it, because you don't know the outcome of it. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that at a real young age. And it's safe to say now that I don't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? And even as I was coming up after that in my teenage years, I had plenty of fights. I'm not talking about just one-on-one fights. I'm talking about brawls with other guys with other guys. I had my share of battles then. This I'm talking about 20 years, military years, and things of that nature. But now, at this day and age, I kind of fight. I don't fight with my hands anymore. I fight with my mind. I know how to approach the situation um, with the head. Because I realize when you're faced with confrontation, and keep in mind, people, what you put out there, you get back. So if you put out an aggressive demeanor, then guess what? That's what you're going to get back in return. So me, I go with a sense of intellect when faced with adversity. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know if I'm approaching somebody with a level head and I'm coming, they can feel your energy. You know what I'm saying? They can feel the threat. So if you approach me and I respond to what you approached me about, if I'm coming at a defense level or an aggressive level, then that's what I'm going to get back. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't want that, then I'm not going to put that out there. I'm going to approach you talking to you like a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come at you fist balled up, chest out, like what you want to do. No. That's not my style. And I'm sure a lot of you, including myself, I would prefer to talk this out man to man as opposed to balancing it out man to man. Because when you get to balancing these days, it's not just putting these up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going to the trunk. They going in the back of their pan. They putting out something to harm you. And I don't live that life. I don't live that life at all. But I've learned how to disarm aggression in the face of chaos. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, that was my first fight, ladies and gentlemen. That was that was a hard time for me back then. I was young, didn't know nothing. The only fighting lessons I had was that week in which my sister's boyfriend gave me pointers on how to guard myself, how to duck, how to guard, that kind of thing. But like I said, I ain't got to do that no more. I fight with this. This is my weapon. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for Love Vibration for today, y'all. I hope the message was clear. You have to face your fears. Face them. That's if you don't face them, you're gonna forever be running. When I was growing up, I also had this thing with dogs. You know what I'm saying? I had bad influences with dogs. And I used to be afraid of dogs. And the thing about it, animals, they sense your fear. You know? They sense them. And as a matter of fact, this brings me to the biblical story of Daniel. When Daniel got thrown in the lion's den, did it ever occur to you why the lions didn't mess with him? Okay. Daniel wasn't afraid of death. And the lions knew he wasn't afraid of death. So the lions were like, well, shit. I ain't sense messing with him. He don't care. He had no fear of the lions. You know what I'm saying? And numerous times, I would see several times. One time I was going to the store and I saw the dog. You know what I'm saying? And the dog started barking. And when he started barking, I flinched. You know what I'm saying? And when I flinched, he took off running. And when he took off running, I took off running too. You know what I'm saying? I took out hauling ass, y'all. I never forget it. And it was rain. It had rain that day. And I was running. These dogs on my ass. And I had jumped on top of a car. And because it was wet, when I jumped on the car and I went up to the roof of the car, I slid back down. And as I was sliding down, he was on his way up. So he bit the shit out of me in my leg. You know what I'm saying? And I still have this mark to this day. Just like a damn vampire bit me on my leg. I'm telling you. The dog senses the fear. And also this other time, I was walking through the alley. And there was this guy, I guess they were working on the car or something. And they had their dog. And, you know, in the garage with them. And I'm walking around my business. But I heard the dog. When I heard the dog, I turned around. When I turned around and saw the dog, he sensed my fear. And he just charged right after me. And I was not finished. They say, I learned later that you're not supposed to run. Shit. I ran. And each time I ran, I got bit. Each time. Fear. But that was my fear. My fear was getting bit by the dog. You know what I'm saying? And I think I got bit maybe 4 times by a dog. Because I was fearful of them. Very fearful. Especially the big one. And but now, I have a different approach to the dog. Because I'm not afraid of them anymore. Even if they bark, I'm like, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? And go on by my business. They bark. Some of them keep barking. Some of them just go on by their business. Because I sense no fear. You know what I'm saying? So that's another situation. With fear, you have to face it. You know what I'm saying? Even if, see, I didn't know that then about not running from the dog. If you don't run, then they'll run up to you, but they'll stop if you just stand there. So I had to learn that out the hard way. But it's all good. It's all about growing up, right? Like I said before in other videos, fears is nothing but just a pre-assumed notion of an outcome that you don't want to happen. But you don't know the outcome. You have to face it. In order for you to get the outcome, you have to face the fears. Then you see the outcome. Don't dwell on the outcome, because it can go in numerous ways once you face it. You know, and it's better to face it. If you don't face it, like I said, you're gonna spend a lot of time thinking in your head about what is it I can do, what is it I should do, as opposed to you doing what you're supposed to do. You know, to face your fears. Get out of the notion that something's not gonna go your way. Um, if you need to, and I would suggest you to do this, go meditate on your fears. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What is it that you're afraid of? You know what I'm saying? Seek guidance. You know, on your fears. Ask the universe to help you overcome them. Your Archangel Michael, they're always there. All you have to do is give them permission. Give them permission to step in and help you with the situation that you're in. They're willing and waiting on standby. You understand what I'm saying? Like 911. Reach out to your angels and your guardian angels and your archangels. They will assist you in any way possible that you need. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them. Listen. And yeah, that's about it for Love Vibration. I hope you guys and have a wonderful Labor Day. You know. For those of you, this is your first time visiting my channel. I hope you enjoyed the message today. I don't even know if I told you the answer to the question of what's the opposite of love. As you well may know, the opposite of love is fear. Okay. Like I said in the beginning, if you have a question or something you want to ask me, or you have something that you would like for me to discuss on the channel, that's what I'm here for. Reach out, send me a comment. You know what I'm saying? I'd be more than happy to make a note of it and address it on the channel. You know, like I said, this is Love Vibrations, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dwayne. This is my channel. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? If you think someone needs to hear this, share it with them. Let them hear it. You know what I'm saying? That's what this platform is for. This is for you to gain information about situations in which you might be able to overcome, and at the same time raise your vibration. You know what I'm saying? We strive. You know what I'm saying? We want vibration vibrating at a very high level. That way you can stay on top of the bullshit. Can't nobody get nothing over on you. You see a lie come. You see the lie before it's even told to you. You know what I'm saying? This is what raising your vibration does. It keeps you aware of anything that's not official coming your way. You see it before you see it before it get to you, and that way you have the upper hand to address the situation, to address people. You get to stop people in their tracks and say, "Hey, I ain't the one, baby. You can take that shit somewhere else." You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoy talking to you guys. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure coming and talking to you guys here on Love Vibrations. And I really hope you guys have a nice week coming up. That's right. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm signing out. Peace. Namaste. Ciao. Truce. I'll be seen. I'll be producing. And all that other good stuff. Later for right now, y'all. Love Vibrations. Signing out. Remember. Peace.